5 harsh truths you need to accept for a happier life. Life often teaches its most profound lessons in the harshest disguises. The truths that sting the most are also the ones that can heal, liberate, and ultimately lead to genuine happiness. But let's be honest, many prefer to sugarcoat their reality rather than confront it directly. And who could blame them? It's far easier to drift through life clinging to comforting half-truths than to confront the stark, unfiltered realities of existence. Yet, here you are, poised to take that bold step. But are you truly prepared? Ask yourself, are you genuinely content? Or is there a subtle dissatisfaction nagging at you, a sense that life isn't quite what you anticipated? We often go through the motions, burying our discontent beneath layers of distraction. But deep down, we sense a disconnect. The issue isn't the world or those around you, it's the mindset you've been conditioned to adopt. True happiness doesn't arise from avoiding the tough realities. It comes from facing and embracing them head-on. So, let's discard the illusions. No fluff, no frills. Just the stark truths that will set you free if you're courageous enough to accept them. These truths are challenging. They require something from you. But if you engage with them fully, you'll discover they form the bedrock of a truly fulfilling life. 2 crucial realizations for genuine liberation. 1. You are not that important. Take a moment and let this idea settle. The universe doesn't revolve around you. While for some this realization is liberating, for others it feels like a harsh blow. Society often feeds us a diet of self-importance, convincing us that we are special, unique, and destined for greatness. However, the reality for most of us is quite ordinary, and that's perfectly fine. Your coworker probably hasn't given a second thought to that typo in your email. Your neighbor likely hasn't noticed how you struggle with your trash bags every Monday. People are generally too wrapped up in their own lives to pay much attention to yours. This isn't to say your life lacks value or your actions are meaningless, but rather, people are not as focused on you as you might believe. Everyone is caught up in their own concerns, insecurities, and challenges. The coworker you thought disliked your presentation is more concerned with their own work. The stranger you accidentally tripped in front of probably forgot about the incident as soon as they moved on. Recognizing how infrequently you occupy others' thoughts can be immensely freeing. It invites you to live more authentically, to take risks, and to be yourself without the fear of judgment. When you let go of the need to be significant to everyone, you make space for what truly enriches your life. Ironically, this is how you forge a meaningful existence, not by seeking importance, but by living with intention. 2. Life isn't always fair. If life were fair, the kindest people would never suffer. Hard work would always be rewarded, and the good would invariably triumph. But life doesn't adhere to our desired script. It follows its own indifferent agenda. The notion of fairness is a childhood construct where good behavior is rewarded and bad behavior punished. Growing up, we learn that life doesn't operate on such simplistic principles. The most diligent worker might not receive the promotion they deserve. The kindest individual can still experience profound heartbreak. Life's indifference to our notions of justice can be jarring, but it also teaches us resilience and adaptability. Recognizing life's inherent unpredictability helps us to face realities with a more pragmatic rather than idealistic approach. 3 lessons in resilience and authenticity. 1. Confront life's storms head-on. Imagine a storm ravaging everything in its path. Do you stand there, cursing the sky, or do you start picking up the pieces? Complaining about life's unfairness is as futile as shaking your fist at the clouds. It changes nothing. Instead, redirect your energy. Use setbacks as catalysts for growth. Resilience isn't about ignoring life's unfairness. It's about choosing not to let it define you. By releasing the expectation of fairness, you liberate yourself to focus on what you can control. Embrace the process, not just the outcome, and you'll uncover strengths you never realized you possessed. Treat life's trials as opportunities to fortify your resilience and discover that, though life may not always be fair, it can still be profoundly beautiful. 2. Accept that not everyone will like you. This truth might sting. No matter how kind or accommodating you are, some people will simply not connect with you, and that's okay. Compatibility isn't universal. It's selective and often inexplicable. Reflect on how many people you truly like unconditionally. It's likely fewer than you think. Trying to win over everyone is an exercise in futility. It leads only to diluting your true self into a version that's far from authentic. Why seek approval from those who may not matter in the long run? Instead, invest in those who appreciate and value you for who you are. Authentic relationships are far more rewarding than countless superficial connections. So, let go of the desire to please everyone. Smile at the absurdity of winning over detractors and move forward. Your true people are out there, ready to embrace the real you. Embracing change and choosing happiness. Change is inevitable. Change doesn't ask for permission. It barges in, upending everything. Despite this, we often resist change, clinging to familiarity out of fear of the unknown. Yet, embracing the constant flux of life reveals its true essence. Resisting change only intensifies the struggle, like trying to hold back a tidal wave with your hands. Instead, imagine riding the wave, allowing it to carry you to new shores. Change is one of life's most profound teachers, pushing you out of your comfort zone, challenging you to adapt, grow, and uncover strengths you never knew existed. It's uncomfortable and daunting, yet transformative. Lean into change. Let it mold you into the person you are destined to be, continuously evolving and expanding beyond your limits. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is not a passive occurrence, but a choice you make daily. It's not about ignoring your struggles, but choosing to find joy even amid difficulties. It involves focusing on your blessings rather than your deficiencies and viewing life's imperfections not as barriers, but as opportunities for growth. Consider two people in the rain. One curses the weather, while the other marvels at the storm's beauty. Same situation, different perspectives. Happiness, then, is about perspective. It requires practice, discipline, and an effort to find the silver lining, even when it seems elusive. By choosing happiness, you transform it into a habit, shaping your worldview. Happiness doesn't promise a perfect life, but it allows you to find beauty in life's imperfections and to live fully without waiting for perfect conditions. Life doesn't serve happiness on a silver platter. It's something you actively create through confronting and embracing life's realities. These truths might be uncomfortable or even painful, but they are also liberating. They peel away the illusions that constrain us, paving the way for a life filled with clarity, purpose, and joy. The choice, as always, is yours. Are you ready to embrace these truths?